that awkward moment when I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. Anyways, what I was saying before but was not recorded is that I am currently putting on Stone, which is like the darker one. I thought it would match my skin the best. What's going on? Typically with concealer, when I'm concealing imperfections, which I guess we all have, or you know, maybe you're blessed with great genes, I, for one, am not. Trying to drink more water, trying not to eat as much as dairy, because dairy is not my skin's friend, but it's just so hard to give up dairy. For 2017, I am trying to limit my dairy, phase out of it, and go into a plant-based life, but it's really, really difficult for me to do that. Back onto this as a concealer. Honestly, like, it blends so well. I love it. I think it feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy, which I hate when things feel heavy because it feels like my skin's not breathing. So now I'm going to go and do my full face. So I usually do like concealer first, and then afterwards I take my beauty blender, which has been my saving grace. You know, I tried to clean it every time I use it. It's very difficult to do that, especially when you're on the go, but it's the best for you. Personally, I found that I really like the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation that I got from Sephora, and I get the shade Fair Sand, and I think that that blends pretty well with my skin. It sucks, you know, some people are blessed with really good skin, and you know, good for you. Me, I'm not, and if you're in my like position, it's okay. And it's so stressful. I remember when I was like 10 years old or 13, I was like, no one's ever gonna love me. Which is so sad. Like, that's so not true. I mean, I have my fiance and he loves me, makeup or not makeup, and it's been a process, you know. I'm trying to learn to love myself unconditionally, and that's really difficult when you have to face your flaws, so to speak, like right when you wake up. And a lot of people maybe don't have to deal with that, but I'm here and I'm letting you know that I'm in that journey with you. Anyways, people will love you, and if someone judges you for that, if someone like comments on it, like fuck them. Like, they honestly don't get it. Like, for example, my best friend, she literally doesn't use moisturizer. Like, she freaking, I'm not kidding you, she uses Bath and Body Works lotion, body lotion, sometimes as a moisturizer when her skin is dry. For me, my skin is dry all the time. I live in Miami. I live in like the most humid place in the world, and I still have dry skin. It's kind of insane. That just blows my mind that she puts on Bath and Body Works body lotion as like a moisturizer, and this girl does not break out. Like, some skin is resilient, whereas me, I make sure I use like, you know, stuff with hyaluronic acid in it, just a bunch of stuff. Everybody's body is so different, and things that you're sensitive to, other people aren't sensitive to, and such. I think that I was born with really sensitive genes. Make the most of it. I'm not gonna let any breakouts or redness ruin my day, because I'm too old for that now. I'm 24. There's other people who go through it, and sometimes it's not fair, but life's not fair ultimately at the end of the day. You know, we're gonna figure it out together. I'm gonna figure it out with you. It's just something that I have a lot of insecurities about, so it's scary to talk about like in public, but nobody's perfect. I just want to say that it feels really good. I have dry skin, and usually when I put some concealers on, I get like dry patches, but I do not experience that with this Kylie Jenner Skin Concealer. So I'm going to try the concealer brush, which I didn't want to use on my imperfections. I wanted to use it under my eye just to see how it pales in comparison to the beauty blender. I am going to use the beauty blender on this side. I don't press down too hard, nothing like that. I'm just trying to brighten my under eyes, because we know how it is. Dark circles are the thing. I love beauty blenders, honestly. I always use them. I'm such a beauty blender whore. Now, onto the concealer brush. It definitely doesn't feel hard like a lot of people I felt were saying, but I only got one brush, so I'm sure maybe other ones. I keep trying to use this brush as a beauty blender and messing up, but overall I feel like it definitely does blend well. I still do prefer the beauty blender, but at the same time I think this brush is good for like precision. You could definitely do cut crease and stuff like that easily with this, whereas the Beauty Blender just kind of just blurs everything in. I don't know if you can tell, I have like a little line right here. Yeah, but it definitely does blend well. It does not feel rough on my skin. Again, I still feel like I do prefer the Beauty Blender, but I love the Beauty Blender. That has been life-changing for me. So left is the Beauty Blender and right is the Kylie Cosmetic Concealer brush. Draw your own conclusions from this. I personally think they do both do a really good job. Overall, I'm super impressed. I think that these products are really lightweight. I love the formula. I think that they blend very well. And I really do think if you guys do have my skin tone shade, I think that the Stone is a really good like under eye highlight. And I do feel like the Bone is a good just concealer for imperfections. I love this. I definitely super impressed. The brush is a lot better than I expected based on reviews that I saw on YouTube already. This specific brush feels very high quality. It feels really soft. The brushes that came with her eyeshadow palettes, they really hurt to use, at least for me. It always felt like really scratchy and then I could pull out a strand, but this specific concealer brush does not feel like that at all. It's very high quality. I love it. But if I had to choose between the Beauty Blender and that, I'd pick the Beauty Blender, but I just always pick the Beauty Blender. Beauty Blender is my jam. Okay, so those are my final thoughts.